As you look out into the vast expanse of the ocean, you can't help but wonder what lies beneath the dark, churning waves. Tales of sea monsters and cryptids have been passed down for generations, striking fear into the hearts of sailors and swimmers alike. But what if there was one creature that stood out above the rest? One that was so horrifying that merely hearing its call would drive a person to madness and even death. Such a creature exists. The Kraxaloth, a creature from the deepest depths of the ocean, has been the subject of countless legends and stories. What if I were to tell you that this monster isn't just a figment of people's imagination, but a very real threat to those who dare venture into the abyss? So join us on this Cryptid Expedition as we delve deep into the mystery of the Kraxaloth, uncovering its chilling history and the dark powers that lie within its call. The Kraxaloth is a massive carnivorous creature. It could be best described as an abyssal horror. Its body is hundreds of feet long and is covered in tough, scaly skin that is a deep shade of black. It has large, sharp teeth and glowing yellow eyes that emit a bioluminescent light. Its body is streamlined, with a long tail and powerful fins that allow it to move quickly through the water. The creature's most notable feature is its massive maw, which can unhinge to reveal rows of razor-sharp teeth. The Kraxaloth is a creature that inhabits the deepest, darkest part of the ocean. It can be found only in the Abyssal Zone, which is the area of the ocean that lies between 13,000 and 20,000 feet deep. This part of the ocean is characterized by extreme pressure, complete darkness, and temperatures that are just above freezing. The Kraxaloth is uniquely adapted to this environment, with bioluminescent eyes and skin that can camouflage in the inky blackness of the abyss. It is a solitary creature that preys on smaller fish and other deep-sea creatures that inhabit the Abyssal Zone. The Kraxaloth is said to be an ancient creature that has existed in the deep ocean for thousands of years. According to the legends, the Kraxaloth was created by an ancient forgotten sea god as a protector of the Abyssal Zone, tasked with keeping the balance of the underwater world. Over time, the Kraxaloth evolved to become an apex predator of the zone, developing its fearsome appearance and unique adaptations that allow it to thrive in the harsh environment of the deep ocean. As human activity has increased in the ocean, the Kraxaloth has become increasingly threatened by pollution, overfishing, and climate change. Some believe that the creature may even be on the brink of extinction. And yet, despite all of this information that we have about the Kraxaloth, nobody in all of recorded history has reported to ever see this creature. All of the physical descriptions that we have of the Kraxaloth came from people that have heard its call. There's an old legend that tells the Kraxaloth's haunting call, a sound that is so beautiful and so alluring that it can drive people to madness. According to this legend, the Kraxaloth's call can be heard from the shores. It's a low and mournful song that draws people to the edge of the ocean. Those who are brave enough to follow the call are said to enter the waters, walking deeper and deeper until they are consumed by the Abyssal Zone, their bodies being pulled down into the abyss like puppets, long after their lungs have collapsed from the pressure. But the call of the Kraxaloth is not a lure, it's a curse. The Kraxaloth's song is said to contain ancient and forbidden knowledge, whispers from the abyss that twist the mind and destroy the human soul. Those who hear the call are forever changed, consumed by a thirst for knowledge that can never be quenched. Now, for our paranormal researchers such as myself, it wasn't until the mid-20th century that a group of crypto-oceanographers were able to locate the Kraxaloth, at least what we believe to be the Kraxaloth. In over 80 years, the creature has not moved. It has not shifted, it has not stirred, it has sat in the same location. All of our instruments point to this. Why? And what's even more haunting, if we were to compare the stories and legends to the creature's known location, it would appear that this monster has not moved in hundreds and hundreds of years. Over all this time, the Kraxaloth, as we call it, has been the subject of many legends and stories. But what if it's more than just a monster from the depths? What if it's a creature that's desperately calling out for help? Now, I have heard many stories of the Kraxaloth's call, how it lures people to their deaths with its siren song. But what if the call is not a malicious one, but a desperate plea for freedom? What if the Kraxaloth is trapped beneath the ocean, unable to escape its watery prison, and is calling for someone, anyone, to help? It is said that the Kraxaloth's call has a horrifying effect on those who hear it. We've talked about this already. It causes them to lose their minds and walk willingly into the ocean's depths. But what if this is not the creature's intent? What if the call is simply a side effect of its desperate attempt to be heard? I cannot help but feel a sense of empathy for the Kraxaloth, a victim of circumstance, trapped below the waves with no way to escape. Its call, not a lure, but a cry for help. Maybe we're looking at the Kraxaloth all wrong. Maybe it's not a monster to be feared, but a creature in need of our help. If, and it's a big if, we could find a way to free it from its underwater prison, perhaps the Kraxaloth's call will no longer have the horrifying effects that we have come to know. I sit here, listening to the sounds of the waves crashing against the shore. I cannot help but wonder what lies beneath the surface. Is the Kraxaloth truly a monster? Or is it simply a misunderstood creature that needs our help? The answers may lay in the depths of the ocean, waiting to be discovered. And I have to figure it out. Maybe a quick walk into the water will help clear my mind.